What is shaking, everybody? Welcome to the Tom Tolbert Show, brought to you by Fieldwork, the official non-alcoholic craft beer of the San Jose Sharks. And you know they are affiliated with Tyler Toffoli. Every time he scores or gets an assist, you can get 50% off your craft beer or non-alcoholic beer the next day at Fieldwork. Another athlete that they're associated with, and we'll get to that in a little bit, is Patrick Bailey of the San Francisco Giants, who's nice enough to join us during this busy time of the year. Patrick, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me.
So I played in Charlotte for 2 years. I bookended my career. At my beginning of my career, I was with the Hornets, their inaugural season, and then I was there my last year. I played with the Hornets, and it was a little bit of a culture shock for me growing up in California. I grew up in Southern California. Going to Charlotte was a little bit. It's like, okay, this is different. I had a little bit of an idea. My family's from Alabama. My dad's side of the family from Alabama, so I had a decent idea what country living was like, and I mean, fantastic people. I mean, I love the hospitality is unbelievable, but it was different. Same for you coming from like North Carolina to California.
Yeah, no doubt. Same experience, different end of the spectrum. But it's been good, man. It's been good. We've really enjoyed being out in San Francisco Bay Area, and it's definitely different than kind of where we're growing up and where we're living now. But it's a good different. It's a lot of good food, a lot of good people, and
no, there's no doubt about that. I felt the same about Charlotte. It was like a good different. The open spaces, like the huge. I had an Alaskan Malamute back then, and he loved to go run around the backyard and stuff. Like, we had a big backyard, and look, you can't beat two things: country hospitality, Southern hospitality, and Southern cooking. Now, Southern cooking isn't the best for you. My grandmother would fry a shoe if you let her. It was like didn't matter. It didn't matter what it was. Like, what is this? Oh, it's just fried. That's what you did to it. Okay, fantastic. But I mean, those are the two things that are constant, aren't they? Like, Southern cooking is fantastic, and Southern hospitality is probably undefeated.
No doubt. Those are the staples. That keeps you home for sure. That keeps you home.
No doubt about it. Well, congratulations on your second Gold Glove. What did that mean to you?
Oh, it was cool. Again, just another year where you kind of, I guess, get an award for the work you put in, and obviously kind of getting voted on by the coaches and the people that kind of watch you play every day. It means a lot.
So where are you with the automatic ball strike and the challenge system? Because you're a technician back there, and that's part of what gives you value to the team. Not the only thing, but one of the things. I mean, you are fantastic behind home plate. You're fantastic with the pitching staff. Your framing, I don't think has a peer. But so where are you with that? I mean, the challenges are a little bit different than the automatic balls and strikes. I'm okay with the challenges, I think, Patrick. If it was just a robot, then I'd be like, what are we doing back there? We can't have a robot back there. How do you see it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, at first I was like, great, this is going to take away a big strength of mine. But kind of looking into it, me and our coach have kind of dived into kind of what it would look like, and our analysts. And to be honest, I think it's going to come down to just kind of like dominating the 50-50 pitches, the borderline zones, because as good as eyes is the best hitters and the best catchers and pitchers in the world, like those ones that are just off the plate, like those are going to be hard to challenge.
Yeah.
Right. Hard to challenge. So it's gonna take away, the big misses, but you have big misses both ways, right? Like, umpires are human. They make mistakes as we make mistakes. Referees, everybody, like, it's a hard job. And so there's 100% strikes that are called balls. And so, we'll be able to challenge those as well. And so I think it'll just kind of expand your repertoire, your tool belt. Is like, catchers are going to have to know the zone and be good at challenges.
Is that something you acquired, or I'm sure you worked really hard at it, but I've always said this, and I'll give you an example. I always say half of sports is making sure you're in the right position and making sure you're ready before things actually happen. Like in basketball, when the ball goes up for a rebound, you're already positioning yourself up. You know where the guy shot it from. You know where the chances of rebound will be, and you try to give yourself the best chance to get the rebound. You may not get it, but percentage-wise, you're going to give yourself a best chance. As a catcher, talk about the skill of locating the pitch, because it's not just locating the pitch, it's how you catch it. And if you catch it funky, elbow out and it looks weird, you're not going to get the call. Some guys yank it back in really quick. I'm like, dude, who are you fooling? You're over here and you yank. Like, the guy's going to look at you and go, like, I can't give you anything. You're like messing with me now. How key is that, and how much of a skill, how much did you have to learn that? Just the way you caught it that makes it look better than maybe another pitch that may be the same pitch that gets caught differently.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I've been blessed to have some amazing coaches. If you go look and watch my catching videos from college, like, it looks way different than what it is now. So very fortunate for that. But I think kind of what you alluded to with the rebounding, like, I think as a catcher, like, we still have to kind of control what we can control and put ourselves in the best position, and that's different for each catcher, to make the best move possible. Again, like, as a catcher, what's coming, so the shape that's coming in, so you're matching like the trajectory and the plane, to where when you're starting to catch it, you're in a like strong, powerful position, where if you're weak, you get bullied back there. Man, guys throw way too hard to not be. You're gonna get abused if you're not good back there.
It's amazing. It used to be, I mean, I'm 60, so I grew up watching baseball in the 70s and 80s and all the way through. And when the guy threw 95 back there, it's like, oh, dude, we got a power arm. Look at this guy. He throws 95. And it was maybe like 3 or 4 pitches, right? He'd have to hump up to get it to 95. Now these guys are just like, hum 95. It's like not that big a deal. It's wild, isn't it, to see how hard so many guys can throw.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's close to the average velocity for the right-handed fastball now is 95, which is mind-blowing, but it's what makes it fun.
No, I mean, look, that's what made Nolan Ryan so incredible, was that, like, everybody was throwing 92, 93, and all of a sudden this guy's throwing 99, 100. Like, now you throw 100, you've kind of seen, not 100, but somewhat, you go from like 92 to 100, all of a sudden you're like, holy crap, and then you don't know where it's going half the time. How are you able, I've always wanted to ask you this, how are you able to compartmentalize your hitting and your catching? Because they always say, it doesn't matter. Patrick doesn't have to hit it all and he can catch. I'm like, well, yeah, that's easy for you to say. I'm sure he feels a little bit different. Like, I'm sure he'd like to hit and catch it if it's okay with you.
Yeah.
How are you able to leave those two, like when you hit and you're not having a great a game or something? How are you able to leave that in the dugout and go, okay, stop, boom, let's go catch, and then we'll get back. We'll worry about hitting.
No doubt. Yeah, first of all, I definitely want to be doing both and know it's in there and working hard to do it. But to be honest, it kind of started back in high school. Kind of the summer circuit, like, was really struggling with the bat, but like made a couple cool teams, and I was like, oh, okay, like, I guess catching brings a lot of value. What I do defensively, and so I was kind of learning quick that what I bring to the team behind the plate is most important. And a lot of people say, what you do at the plate's a bonus, which, everyone wants to perform well. But the last thing I can do, the last thing I think any good baseball player or athlete can do, is let some failure on one end of the court or field transition to the next. Because for the most part, defense is effort. Obviously, there takes some talent. There's no doubt about it. But imagine it's probably similar in the basketball world, right? Like, there's some guys that have the talent and ability, but if they're frustrated with missing a couple shots, and that's probably the quickest way to earn the respect of your teammates. And again, for me, it's like, I need to get the best out of our pitching staff, and they need to know that no matter if I'm 4 for 4 or 0 for 4, like, I'm locked in and like doing my work back there.
And that's the thing. It's like, you could go out like as a basketball player and miss a couple shots, and like defensively maybe a blow-in assignment. And then look, it's not cool, but you're responsible for a staff. Like, those guys are counting on you to be at the top of your game. So not only is it, I'm letting the individual guys down by not being as locked in as I can be. So that's got to be extra motivation. Like, look, I owe this guy my best behind the plate, and then you got to know their personalities, and then you got to know their pitches. I mean, that's probably got to be kind of fun, but I would imagine fairly exhausting when it comes to it down to it.
Yeah. Mentally, it's crazy. At the end of the season,
Yeah.
it's like obviously there's some physical exhaustion, but what you said, it's like the mental side of it where like I don't get many breaks during the game where like I have to be locked in. I don't get the in between pitches, get to look up into the stands and see what's going on. But like you said, it's something that I really enjoy and kind of always keeps me locked into the game.
How do you handle an umpire if he's not giving you pitches you think you should get, that you know are strikes or know are not strikes? Because you're a hitter as well, so you can't go too crazy as a hitter because you're also catching it. Basically, it's just like, hey, I want that behind home plate. But I always thought, refs and umpires hate to be shown up. So like the whole shoulder slump or the whole this or that, that's not going to work. Do you talk to him like without like it making a big deal? Like I thought I had that one. Are you sure that was low? It did. How do you try to get your point across to umpires without them feeling like they're being shown up?
Yeah, you said the most important part. Like they don't want to be shown up in front of people. They're trying their hardest. Like they're doing it at the highest level as well. I think it's very easy for us to forget that as players.
Yep.
Like they're trying to be perfect. We're trying to be perfect. I make mistakes. They make mistakes. For me, it's just like conversations in between innings. Typically, like I'm always with them. It's like, hey man, like I think that was there. Can you stick with it? Hey, I don't think that was there. Like, and you just talk to them.
Yeah.
And there's times I'm good at that, and there's times where the emotions of the game take over, and I got to go apologize the next inning.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't cool. Like that was I was wrong because I'm wrong plenty of times too. And like, hey, I think that's there, and it's not. So
yeah. Well, I think that's one of the biggest signs of a really good official, no matter what sport it is. Understanding the pressure the athletes are under, understanding they're going to lose it, blow up occasionally, and not go back at them. And I've always had my problem with some baseball umpires because I feel like they antagonize and they look for a confrontation where you want to diffuse everything. And some guys in basketball used to do that, the old school guys, but most of them were like, look, Tom, here's why I called this. Here's why I did it. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. But that's it. I let you get it off your chest. Now we're done. But I just don't like the guys that come back because they got to understand there's so much pressure to being a professional athlete. I mean, they should know that. And just give me 5 seconds, 10 seconds to let off some steam. And then if I keep going, then you can get on me. But give me a little bit of leeway.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think most do. Most are professional. And again, everyone knows it's a highly competitive atmosphere. And we're all trying to provide for our families and win games, and they're trying to provide for their families and be the best umpire they can be.
Hey, we're going to get to Fieldwork in just a second, but I got to show you a highlight now that you've caught your breath. I want to show you one of my favorite memories, and I'm sure Giants fans' favorite memories of the season this year. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pop this thing up here in a second. There we go. Let's see.
No, speaking of catching your breath.
There you go. Okay, what are you thinking right there as it goes bounding by Marsh?
Don't fall over. Don't fall over. Just run. You're good. You can't hit the ground here.
I remember. I saw the Angel Pagan one too. I think that was against Colorado, and Angel Pagan's kind of a runner. And I gotta say, like, I like you, Patrick, but he looked really cool with the hair flying back and forth and all that kind of stuff. He was really. But when you hit it right there, when you hit it, did you think gone or oh shit, I better start running?
Off the bat, I was like, oh, it's got a chance. And then every time I hit it to right center field at Oracle, I'm like, I better start running. And so it's a little bit of both. It's like, oh, I hit that one good. And then it's like, you better get going. In my head, I think it was out. So it's like, I got to get to third. Like, I got to get to third here. And then I saw the bounce, and I'm like, oh, goodness, like, I better keep going. Crazy.
All right, I'm going to give you a trivia question. You're the first catcher since 1926. There's only been 3 catchers. One in 1926, one in 1907. They hit walk-off inside the park home runs. I'll give you all the points if you can name one of the 2.
Wait, you said
1926. He played for the Senators, and then in 1907, a a Cubs backstop did it.
I mean, I got no clue. What do you got for
Benny
me?
Benny Tate.
Okay.
Yeah. Pat Morgan in 1907
All right.
for the
Good
for the
company.
Cubs.
Good company.
Yeah, great company, incredible company. How tough is it? Okay, how tough is it to pinch hit? Not pinch hit, but how tough is it to switch hit with all the other stuff you're doing? And have you even thought about maybe trying to go to one side of the dish or the other batting, or do you still want to switch hit?
No, I'm still doing both sides.
Okay.
I think it's something that you can just kind of be hopefully platoon neutral, or manager wants to write you in the lineup every day, like he knows that you can do it from both sides. And for me, catching, like, I want to be out there as much as possible. I want to catch as many games as I can, and I think that usually gives us the best chance to win games. So I'm going to keep that in my back pocket as long as I can.
Got it. Have you talked to Tony Vitello yet?
Yeah, we chatted a little bit. He's we're ready to get going for sure.
What were your first impressions of him, and well, what were your first impressions when you talked to him? It seems like he has a lot of energy, and I'm fascinated to see how it's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, high energy guy. I think just ready to play baseball. Like, he's ready for spring training to get things going, and it's been cool just asking everybody that's played for him. Like, I haven't heard a bad thing about him. Everyone's like, dude, this guy loves his players, loves the game, competes, competitor, a lot of fun, a lot of energy, and so I think that'll be good. I mean, I don't see the negatives in that.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. All right, let's get to your affiliation with Fieldwork. And have you always been a craft beer lover? I know you got a couple I think they're in Charlotte, but they're in North Carolina. Some craft beer places there that are like real. I've never been there, but I've heard really great things about. Which ones are they? It's like Dead Something or Burial maybe.
The most popular one in North Carolina is the Sierra Nevada up in Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, damn, that one. Oh,
yeah.
That's old school.
Yeah, they've got some good stuff. Again, I kind of prefer the lighter beers, and they got some good ones up there. Yeah, man, Fieldwork is great.
Now, talk about your affiliation with them and how you kind of got hooked up with them.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it sounded like, just from conversations, like they love baseball, they love the Giants.
Yeah,
that spoke to me. And just like a cool partnership, man. Like, it was, I think, an opportunity to get the fans involved from both sides. And I know it was right at the end of the season when it sounded like that. The spot right across from, I think Mission Bay, or right across from the field.
Yeah,
right across the outfield opened up. And of course, I was gone, but I think that it looked sweet, and excited to get back out there whenever we get back going.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a beer garden over there, which will be super cool. Yeah. Now they have a beer called Toffoli Time, so it's Tyler Toffoli's beer. We gotta come up with a cool nickname for a Patrick Bailey beer, because I'm sure they're gonna have a Patrick Bailey beer. We gotta figure out what type of beer. Are you a Pilsner, Lager, IPA, Pale Ale? Like, what's your favorite type of beer?
I think it's more like lager.
Lagers.
Yeah. Just nothing too fancy for sure, but definitely the lighter side. I can't do the dark stuff. haven't graduated to that yet.
You'd be surprised. It's surprisingly drinkable. It's not. I used to look at light beer or dark beer and think, boy, this is gonna be really thick, but it's not. Like, I'll give you an example. You think Guinness is really thick, right? Because it's dark, and Guinness only 5.4%. It's like the same ABV as like a Pilsner or a Lager. So we'll have to go. We'll go over to Fieldwork. We'll get one of those flights, and we'll get you involved in some of the darker beer.
No doubt. I need them to broaden my horizons a little bit.
Let's definitely do that. So y'all ready for Christmas? All good to go? Are you cooking? Do you cook at all for Christmas?
I don't cook much. I'll grill it. So actually, for Christmas, I will. We usually like to get some steaks, and but man, we're ready for Christmas. I gotta 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and
nice. That's the
I think
best.
every time the 3-year-old goes down the stairs right now, she's like, "I want to open presents. I want to open presents." So I'm super excited, and just looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's the best. There you go. You can sign up for Fieldwork Rewards. Get 200 bonus points on your first round when they open over near the ballpark. It's gonna be really, really cool. I guarantee you that. So I'll get into a little bit more of that because I know a little bit more about that. And again, like I said, I've been associated with Fieldwork long before I was associated with Fieldwork, just because I used to go over there and drink their beers all the time. Well, have a great time during the holidays. I mean, boy, I remember those days when the kids were young and they go wake you up and Santa Claus has been here and the cookies are out and the milk's out and they're like, oh, Santa came, and they're super excited, and you go down there and just watch them rip through packages and do all their stuff. It literally is the best. So enjoy that, man. You're gonna have so much fun. Have a very Merry Christmas, and really thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, Patrick.
Hey, thank you for having me. Merry Christmas to you, and
Merry Christmas.
Holidays.
I appreciate it, Patrick. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. See ya.
All right, man. Merry Christmas. All right. Let me, because I got the pulp right here. This is the flagship IPA. I didn't open it. I could have opened it, but they are opening a beer garden over by Oracle. I'm not sure. I just texted Barry to find out if I guess it's official. I texted him. I go, "Is it official? Can I mention it?" But it is official, and the beer garden is I guarantee it'll be super, super cool beer garden. So let me look right here. Let's see if I get a text back. Yeah. Final inspection today at 1:30. Good Lord. Oh, ooh. It's gonna be open in the next couple weeks. I guess it's official. Oh. Dan, Larry, let me show you a picture. I'm going to see if you can get this. So this, you can see where the Fieldwork is, and that's the ballpark right across. That's going to be nice. That's going to be real nice. So anyway, they sent us the, it's so funny. I've been doing this for like 30 years, and I get talking points from everybody. And I get people that, want to ask me what I'm going to ask. I'm like, don't ask me what I'm going to ask people, okay? I know what I'm doing. I may miss a question or two, but I'm not Aiden Ross, okay? I'm not trying to get it. I'm not trying to get anybody. And Barry sent me, the Fieldwork people sent me some talking points, and I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, I'm a walking billboard for craft beer. Like, if that's one thing, people trust my beer commentary more than they trust my basketball commentary, I think. I'm pretty sure, because they think just because I'm friends with Steve Kerr, I suck up to him, and that's the only reason I like Steve Kerr as a coach, because he sucks. He's fucking awful, and I just don't see it. But they do respect my beer opinions. So when I say Fieldwork is really good beer, it's really good beer. You should know this. Yes. Do I trust Fieldwork when I go to Fieldwork to get great craft beer? Yes. Local beer? Yes. So I told them, I go, just trust me with the Fieldwork. I got you. I've been going there for 6-7 years now. I went there on my own after I tasted their beer. I wish I could remember the name of the beer. It's one of their 420 beers. Whatever, how many beers they have. I go, can you just keep some beers on tap, like, that I like, instead of rotating them through and like, hey, it's coming back. When? August. Fucking August. It's February. Can we like speed this process up a little bit? But now they did, that's how craft beers do. They don't have like a lot of flagships. Although Pulp, like I said, Pulp's a flagship. But I went over there, and I used to go over there all the time. And I got these crowlers. Remember the crowlers? Before they had cans, these 32-ounce crowlers. So I'd go there on Friday before football weekend, and Barry was usually over there at that point. We'd, have go beers, talk. Alex, the brewer, was over there sometimes. And we just, BS, talk sports, talk beer, whatever, just talk about whatever. And I used to go home sometimes with like 15, 16 crowlers, like these monster double IPAs, triple IPAs, heavy IPAs. And I'm not sure, like, now that I look back at it, I'm like, God, what was I doing? I mean, I was just crushing like 8, 9 crowlers on a Saturday. Now, I'm not saying this because you should do it. I'm not saying it because I should have done it. I'm just saying that I used to go there all the time, get lots of beer. So I'm very acquainted, familiar, not quite intimate. I wouldn't say I'm intimate with beer, but I know Fieldwork. And yes, I trust Fieldwork when I go there to give me, no matter whether I've tried the beer or not tried the beer. I trust Fieldwork. And there are a lot of places. There are in San Ramon, they're in San Leandro, they're in Berkeley, they're all over the place. So, yes, you can trust me when I tell you that Fieldwork is damn good beer. And we're going to probably do a show over at the place right across from Oracle at some point. So we'll get over there and do a show, and we're looking forward to maybe doing something at a Fieldwork brew house at some point. Invite some people, go watch a game, or maybe a Warrior game later in the season. So yeah, it's cool. They have an affiliation with Tyler. It's cool they have an affiliation with Patrick, and I'm obviously love being affiliated with Fieldwork. So head on over there and enjoy your fine craft beer. Everything from non-alcoholic beers to barley wines and everything in between.